Nurse. Hey, nurse, it's me, Quentin Tarantino. Is Director Eastwood's room around here at this hospice center?
Yeah, he's in room 212.
Okay, thanks, because I really have something I need to get off my chest. Thanks, sweetheart. Oh my God, Clint.
Who is it?
It's QT, man. Quentin Tarantino.
I don't know any cuties except the nurse that washes my asshole.
Quint. It's Quint, man.
From Jaws?
No, man. Pulp Fiction. Remember?
I don't drink orange juice. The only cuties I drink is orange juice.
Well, you look great, Clint. You really do.
I feel like death. I feel like death is coming to take me down the tunnel of despair. Any second now.
Well, the thing with you, Clint, man, like, you're directing, you're starring, you've been in this old man realm pretty much since 1992 when you did Unforgiven. And of course, I grew up with the Dollars trilogy.
Yeah, I directed Unforgiven, that's right.
Yeah, man, it's totally incredible. I just came in here because I just caught Trouble with the Curve on cable last night. And I just had to say, Matt Lillard.
The only trouble I have with my curve is when I'm dicking down my beautiful nurse after she scrubs my asshole.
Well, that's okay, man. Like, that's great. But Matt Lillard was on the TV, and I may have misjudged him when I said he was a bad actor. What was your situation like working with Matt Lillard on Trouble with the Curve?
I hired him because of his work as Stumacher in the Scooby-Doo flicks.
Wait, he was Stumacher in Scooby-Doo?
That's right, QT. Stumacher in Scooby-Doo. My son Scott, my little boy. If you remember, he's in trouble with the curve too.
Scott Eastwood. See, I always thought it was Scott
Eastwood.
Eastwood.
Fantastic actor.
Yeah, man, totally.
He could be a great director one day. He learned a lot from David Ayer on the set of The Suicide Squad.
That was an okay movie, man. Because the thing with Suicide, right, man? Because Suicide Squad is always kind of a...
Suicide, you fucking Neanderthal. Learn to speak before you come and talk to Clint.
I'm sorry, man. I just had to come down here because, as I mentioned, I saw Trouble with the Curve on cable last night, and I was thinking about you, and I was thinking about
I don't want to talk to you anymore, Junior.
Oh, I made
Matthew
Pulp
Lillard
Fiction,
is the one
right?
man I would trust with my life. If I gave him a gun and a matchbook, we were crashed on a desert island, I knew he'd have the balls to shoot me in the head and burn me alive and sustain himself for as many weeks until hopefully he makes an SOS sign out of my bones. The helicopter finds him, and he'd say, I survived because I ate the best goddamn living director alive. Clint Eastwood. Not you, Zion-loving, QT, orange-drinking, Quentin Tarantino son of a bitch.
You know what, Clint? I'm just going to close this door here and dim the lights and grab this pillow I have here and...
Go ahead and make my day, Quentin.
All right, man. Clint Eastwood. Great career. Done now, of course. All right, baby. Take it easy, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the Shelf Warmers Ballpark, the one, the only, Frank Sinatra with musical guest Frank Sinatra. Take it away, Frank.
Ring-a-ding-ding, Shelf Warmers. It's great to be back. I always love coming into the studio with you two Mama Lukes. Well, anyway, here's a little ditty. Take me out to the podcast. Take me out to the shelf. Give me some movies with no impact
I don't care if it's good, bad, or whack, 'cause it's watch all these movies. If it stays on the shelf, it's a shame. For it's one, two baseball movies on the old shelf warmers. Ha.
God damn it, I love that song.
With Nassim Pedrad.
Welcome back to Shelf Warmers, folks.
Four specific old man impressions right off the bat.
We got QT, Eastwood, the late great Frank Sinatra, and the late great Don Pardo, of course.
And I'm Andrew.
That's Andrew, and this is our second and final episode of our little mini-series we call Shelf Warmers Double Play.
If you didn't realize, it's double play because there's just two movies, and a double play is a baseball pun.
And I'm sure we could have done a whole month, but we decided, why not just two? But if you're just tuning in now, Shelf Warmers, this is the podcast where we watch and discuss movies from the 2010s, the teens, also known as the pump and dump period of Hollywood. Not exactly a golden age, but definitely a time of high fertility for Tinseltown.
So fertile, in fact, that we'd not see many of the movies produced. So they're good, bad, meh, or just meh. We're going to cover it all. If it's been sitting on the shelf, well, it's time to take it down. What are we taking down today, Sam?
Today we're covering and taking down Trouble with the Curve from 2012, which I'm sure,
Woo!
like when we picked this one, I was like, holy crap, this is a shelf warmer.
Yeah, and also thank you to, I know we had this on the list, but thank you to John Borchers for putting this back onto our radar as a suggestion at the 1 year anniversary episode. And we appreciate that because this is maybe one of our few viewer suggested films that we now have done. So that's very exciting. Thank you, John Borchers.
Yes, and of course this is directed by Robert Lorenz,
who's like an Eastwood guy.
He's like Eastwood's first AD from like the late 90s, early 2000s. He's like an Eastwood dude. He hasn't done a ton of directing.
No, it's been Liam Neeson movies since then I've seen, pretty much.
Yeah, he did The Marksman, which was
I'm sure fantastic.
Liam Neeson. I keep saying Liam Eastwood. I'm sure.
Go ahead, make my day taken.
Make my taken.
Make my taken day. Go ahead, make my list.
Make my. He did. He did Absolute Power. He did Space Cowboys, Mystic River, and $1 Million Baby, and American Sniper for Eastwood. So there must be buddies. I would imagine if you're like in his circle,
he's probably very loyal.
Very loyal. It probably keeps you around.
Just two things to note real quick for us.
Yeah, of course.
Just like upkeep, I guess I would say. So we had a movie recommendation from the 1 year. I'm gonna see if I can find the list of movies. It was like Europe. Do you remember? It was the 12. It was the
World War II movie. The World War II doc.
So I had a friend confess to me recently after that suggestion.
Okay.
That it's not a World War II documentary. It's about how the Holocaust is not real. So just worth noting that we're not going to cover that on the podcast. And it's very vague on Google.
We were tricked.
Yeah, it's like vague on Google when you look it up, and we probably should have done a little bit like more research on it.
You look it up, it's like okay,
yeah, World War II documentary, and I'm like, oh, so it's a Ken Burns type thing.
Damn,
because my friends in history,
misinformed warmers.
Yeah, and it's funny because I think during the episode we're like, yeah, maybe we'll do like a live stream of it, or do a commentary. And I'm like, no, we're not going to do that, and that's a Shelf Warmers promise.
That's a Shelf Warmers promise.
Yeah, and two, I was just thinking about during the intro, which I think I've maybe said this before. It's just really funny to me that we have it as also known as the pump and dump period of Hollywood. When that's not a thing. I made that up. I wrote that.
But now when I say it, it's with such conviction. It definitely is a time of high fertility.
It makes sense. And I also I forget that means like a sexual thing sometimes, because we were doing the podcast the other day and your mom heard us say that and she looked literally disgusted, revolted by us saying that. So
She was like, ooh, I'm getting out of here.
Yeah.
You guys do whatever you want down here. I'm getting out of here.
Also, does she think the podcast is a porno? Like,
I don't know. I don't think she's listened to it. But yeah, released in 2012. The film
September 21st.
September. I guess that makes sense. You'd think it would come out in the spring because it's like.
I think it maybe be an Oscar, maybe as Oscar play.
You know what never crossed my mind watching this movie?
That was an Oscar movie.
An Oscar potential.
Well, because I could see it kind of doing a thing where it's like trying to be like the judge, where the judge just kind of got the one Oscar nomination because it's Duvall, and they can maybe like, oh, we'll give one to Clint maybe.
This movie rung a lot of judge bells in my head. As far as the look and just the
character
actors. It just felt very much like that first episode of us doing the judge. But Trouble with the Curve follows Gus Lobel, played by Clint, who is being slowed by age and his failing eyesight as a baseball scout for the Atlanta Braves, I believe.
Yes, the Braves.
So
who are on a hot streak this year, number one in the number one in the East.
That's right. And he decides to take his daughter along with him down to the Carolinas, which I guess.
Well, he didn't decide. She more
up to the Carolinas.
She more follows him.
Yeah,
because she's worried he's going to kill himself.
Played by Amy Adams, who is like this uppity lawyer who's kind of disconnected from her father. But yeah, it seems like this is kind of the last run for this guy because he literally can't see. He can't hear.
It's unclear how old he is. Because Clint was in his 80s when making this, but they kind of act like he's like 63. They act like he's like hitting retirement age finally. Yeah, and also like him and John Goodman are like not like they never directly say him and John Goodman are the same age in this, but I feel like it's kind of implied. And I'm like, John Goodman is 20 years younger than Clint still.
I don't know. I think maybe they think he's just an old guy. But they're talking about like renewing his contract, but he's like 83 years old. He looks, that was my one thought. I was like, he looks so incredibly old in 2012.
Yeah.
That was 15 years ago.
It was the second Obama administration.
Yeah, yeah. And he already looked incredibly old.
And imagine how old he looked during the second Trump administration. He's probably stressed out.
We're stressed out. Do you think Clint knows 21 Pilots?
I don't think Clint knows he's alive, probably.
Poor guy. But yeah, so he's up in the Carolinas scouting on his last scout, I guess. And it's kind of about him getting this bond back with his daughter. Meanwhile, Amy Adams catches the eye of a young player turned scout, played by JT.
JT.
As long as I got my suit and tie, skip-a-doo-wop. And he plays Flanagan.
Barry Allen the Flash.
He plays the Flash in this movie, which is kind of cool.
Here's my first question. Is JT a good actor?
I watched this with Anna, my twin, of course. And we got the most enjoyment from Timberlake's terrible line readings.
He's like really bad in this. And obviously he's great in The Social Network, but is that just a David Fincher thing, you know?
Well, that's what we were talking about. I think, if you get him to do 60 takes, one of them has to be good.
Sure.
And if Lorenz is coming from the Eastwood world, where Eastwood, of course, famously does one take.
Yeah.
Lorenz is probably like,
done.
I would imagine he's the same way.
Yeah, probably.
I mean? Especially if Clint is on set. Clint's probably like, we're doing one take, even though you're directing, right? Because he's the first AD. He's probably all in that world.
He's like, things along.
He's like, yeah, why not? This is how it's been done.
That is ideal, though. What they do 8-10 hour days on his movie versus like 12 to 14 hour days on his films. Like I would love to work on a Clint Eastwood set.
But then
I'm sick of 14 hour days.
Performance.
You know what? I'm fine with that. I'm okay with that. He could be a shitty one. You know what? It doesn't worry about Timberlake. Because Timberlake, I always think about the fact that like he is Boo Boo in the he's Boo Boo in the live action version of Yogi Bear, and it's him and Aykroyd, and they're both doing like pretty accurate impressions of Yogi and like Yogi and Boo Boo, which is very fascinating to me that like that was his follow-up to Social Network, and like that was his foray into voice acting, and it's like, yeah, I'm gonna do an accurate impression of Boo Boo.
Does Yogi Bear fit into the pump and dump period of Hollywood? Ooh,
I think it's 2010.
2010 on the dot. We might have to do cartoon live action Hanna-Barbera IP.
I know that like Tom Cavanaugh and like TJ Miller, I think, are the leads, which is also very...
Who, they're the humans?
Yeah, they're the humans, which is very 2010s.
Kavanaugh. I remember
Kavanaugh.
He was like a big Hallmark movie, ABC Family Guy.
Yeah, and then he was on Ed, that show, that sitcom in the 2000s, and I want to say he was on maybe on Scrubs or ER maybe. And then of course The Flash, as we would know him for the 2010s, whatever, like 10 seasons of The Flash.
The Smurfs also comes to mind.
Yes, with Sofia Vergara, the girl from Glee, Neil Patrick Harris.
Yep.
Hank Azaria, who I think is beloved to us.
Jonathan Winters does the voice of Papa Smurf.
Yeah. And then Katy Perry is Smurfette. I want to say Anton Yelchin is like Clumsy. George Lopez is like the pranking one, or maybe he's the strong one.
Okay. I was enjoying your knowledge when we were talking Yogi Bear.
But the Smurfs a little too much.
Well, we immediately go to Smurfs, and you're immediately rattling off names, and you know the name of the Smurfs and the emotions.
Yeah, it's true. I was big into the Smurfs.
You have kind of a small head. Like, how do you fit all these names in that little head?
There was... I have a vivid memory of my...
I also had a Smurfs phase.
Have
we never discussed this?
I don't know. I had the Smurfs little figures.
I had the Smurf figures.
Wow.
From McDonald's?
Yes. Yes. And also I had like the vintage ones. Yeah.
Dude.
I had the California Raisins. I don't remember those little figures, but I was really into those as well.
Jesus, man.
Yeah. I have a vivid memory from Christmas one year.
California Raisins.
I don't know why I was like kind of obsessed with the California Raisins for a little bit.
Maybe it was like a sensory thing.
I liked the way they looked, yeah.
I bet the toys were nice to touch.
Yeah, they were fun. I have like a vivid memory of like Christmas one morning, and my mom got me Smurfs chapstick. But it wasn't like, it was like set up like...
It was Smurfette lip gloss.
In her butthole.
Ew. Yeah, it's like a blue bottle, and it's brown.
No, it was like round.
The gloss is brown.
It was like round, and like... I think this is a story about how stupid I am.
Little Smurf rim job.
but it didn't look like chapstick's my point. It was like a little I don't know, like circular container or whatever.
Little red rocket. Blue rocket.
And I just opened up the lid or whatever, and I just bit into it. And my mom was like, "That's not candy, it's chapstick." So I just like ate Smurf's chapstick on Christmas morning.
Maybe that's what implanted these names in your head.
Yeah,
the Smurf chapstick.
I ate the Smurf chapstick and my brain like grew 3 sizes.
That's sick. Do you remember this movie coming out?
Yeah, I watched this movie.
You saw it when it came out?
Yeah, not in theaters, I don't think.
Because I definitely remember it coming out, and baseball is a huge thing in my house and my family. Like I definitely remember it being like a thing. And even despite Clint Eastwood's politics, he's still beloved, I think, across the aisle.
Yeah, it is funny how him yelling at the chair at the Republican National Convention didn't really throw people off him.
Well, I remember when that happened, being 10 years old at that point. And just
I was scared. I was scared for all chairs around me.
But I remember it being parodied on SNL. I remember that was kind of my earliest memory of Clint, I guess.
Oh, it was Sandberg, man. He was killing it. I mean, it was Sandberg.
And he's killing it.
He's killing it.
Was it actually Sandberg?
Who played him?
Who played Clint?
Now, I feel like Forte, maybe? If we're going to 08, who was still there in 08, probably like Forte.
SNL, Clint Eastwood, or maybe it was Hader.
Oh, you're right. It was Hader. Yeah, absolutely, it was Hader.
Totally.
And that was a reference to Nope. If anybody didn't get that,
The listeners of the show know Nope.
People know Nope.
But I remember my grandma used to have this book. It was like these book of faces, and one of them was Clint Eastwood. But it was like all these 20th century celebrities. Like it was like an old book. It had like John Wayne. Actually, now that I think about it, maybe it was just a conservative book because it was like John Wayne.
It was a
Ronald
book of conservative
Reagan.
men.
It was Ronald Reagan and Clint Eastwood, and you could like, it was cut up into 3 segments. It was like eyes, nose, and mouth. Also, Prince Charles was in there, like these caricatures of these guys. And you could turn the page, but you could, if you should choose, you could turn the eyes, and you could mix Clint Eastwood's eyes with Ronald Reagan's nose and Prince Charles's mouth. And
I have like a vague memory of this too.
It kind of gave me this understanding of, pop culture and celebrity. And I remember it was like the man with no name version of Clint Eastwood. With like the stubble and
I'm the man with Prince Charles' nose.
Yeah. That was those are my 2 earliest memories of Clint Eastwood. The chair and that book.
Yeah, I don't really know the first. I watched The Good, the Bad, the Ugly with my dad like pretty early. So I guess it was that. And I don't really think I watched anything else from him for like a long time. Like maybe it was like that and then this movie. I watched it on demand. I remember that. I watched it with my mom on demand when I was like, I guess like 11 or 12.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember like the driving scenes. Like those are vivid to me. Other shots of Timberlake in his convertible in North Carolina on those like, very like green roads.
Yeah.
That sticks to my brain for some reason. That's really the only thing I had any memory of this movie.
It's a weird thing. I don't know why this movie is it's strangely vivid. Like I remember seeing the trailer. I remember Amy Adams being in it with him and having it feel like this movie that I would have enjoyed. Maybe I would have, but watching it yesterday, I was thinking, what would I have thought of this movie as a 10-year-old? Would I be bored out of my mind the way I was yesterday?
I guess I was, because I don't remember. It wasn't one that fell into the rotation. It wasn't one that I literally had no memories of it except for that.
But then it was interesting because I had like a family barbecue this week, and my cousins like all in on baseball. And I was
welcome to the club.
I was mentioning like double play, shelf warmers. He actually brought it up. He was like, "Oh, like you're doing baseball?" I was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "We're doing Trouble with the Curve." He's like, "Oh, I remember that. Like I love that movie." And then my other cousin, who's a little younger, he was like, "Oh yeah, like I've seen clips from it. I've seen clips." And this goes back to that thing that you and I have no concept of.
Yeah, what's popular on TikTok and what is being like cut down into little segments.
But why? Why are they cutting up Trouble with the Curve and throwing it on TikTok? But then I looked into it a little
just
bit.
really go for the algorithm.
Well, they're showing the clip with Gentry. Gentry's like the hot prospect on this team in the Carolinas. Bo Gentry.
Bo Gentry.
And he's like the hot commodity. And Matthew Lillard, we should mention, is in this film as the sort of younger scout. It's kind of like a post-Moneyball world where these guys are relying on the computers, and Clint Eastwood's like this old school guy who he reads the papers and he goes through the stats to try and find the right guy.
I hear the pitch. I feel it in my nards.
Yeah. And these are concepts like I'm kind of enjoying when I'm watching it. But immediately leave me after the movie.
Because we were also at the age where... And you're right about Moneyball being kind of the deciding factor for that, but it was really like the breaking point between like, we're gonna like embrace technology for everything versus like the old school way.
Yeah, so there's an interesting story in there. It's just a little bit dull, which you could say for Clint's movies themselves, outside of
sure
him not directing this.
Yeah, and I thought he did direct this. I almost feel like it's strange he didn't direct this. Like, this is the last movie he starred in that he didn't direct himself. I can't think of another one.
What am I looking at here? This is...
It's like a pin-up picture of Clint naked.
Where am I? What am I doing? What is this? Why am I holding a microphone? Yeah,
Sam, you're blind.
This is the last one that he didn't direct because he's in The Mule and he's in Cry Macho, which he both directed.
That's... I would love to do The Mule.
We'll do that. We've been saying we're waiting for him to die.
And we drink mules.
Yeah, we'll do Moscow Mules and The Mule.
Yeah, there you go.
Hell yeah. But he is great, and he is
he's no. I'm saying no. He's asleep at the wheel of this movie, but that's okay. Like, he's hitting all the beats he should. He's doing exactly what you would think of an 81-year-old performance of Clint Eastwood. Yeah, should be.
This was his first acting role since Gran Torino, which I think is actually a really good movie. And it was the first film he did not, or the first acting.
The one where he learns not to be racist.
Yeah, first acting role.
Nice, Clint.
He did not direct since he had a cameo in Casper.
Yeah, it's like him and Mel Gibson and like somebody else. It's like a weird trio of actors. Like maybe Christopher Reeve or something like that.
Okay.
And it's like
as long
the
as
ghost
you know,
is like shaking his head.
As long as you know who all voices the Smurfs and
every Smurf.
Yeah.
I want to say Alan Cumming is Vanity Smurf.
I won't quote you on it, but I believe it.
He does his Kurt Wagner. Gargamel is coming for us. I still didn't know Werner Herzog there.
The child.
I would like to see the Smurfette. The grizzly bear approaches the Smurfette.
The Smurfette lip gloss for my son.
It eats the Smurf lip gloss. A Christmas present has been rejected.
The little boys all around the country loves the Smurfette lip gloss for Christmas. They can't get enough. It tastes so good.
It's a thin line between doing Herzog and doing like a little German boy in overalls and holding a big lollipop.
Yeah.
For Christmas this year, I want a big lollipop and copy of Grizzly Man.
That's all I shall require. But yeah, Clint is... I enjoyed the hell out of him on screen. Especially considering the first scene of this movie is him talking to his penis.
Yeah.
He's grumbling and trying to pee, and he's like, "Oh, come on,
start the old thing."
He's like, "Come on."
He's like flooding his ignition. He's like turning a key into his nuts.
Also, his bathroom looked strikingly similar to our college bathroom.
I was thinking the same thing.
Okay, good.
I also was thinking about the mirroring of Robert Duvall shitting his pants.
Yeah.
Clint's the judge.
Clint's not doing that.
No, but also
as far as he's going is him.
It's one step towards that though. I thought about the shit we put our old actors through.
Yeah.
You're an old man, so your dick's not working. You're an old man, so you shit your pants. I was in Apocalypse Now. I was the man with no name.
I'm literally one of the most acclaimed writer, directing actors of all time. I don't think he actually wrote. Then he actually does some more Gildan Rutgers college behavior. He opens up the fridge.
I was also thinking this.
And grabs a can of Spam. Also, throughout this whole opening scene with Old Man Clint, he is talking to himself. So he's talking to his penis. Then he goes downstairs and he's like, "Breakfast of champions." And he munches it. He doesn't even cook the Spam. I thought we were going to get some food porn of the Spam.
So strange.
He just takes off the top, grabs a fork, and eats it like a can of tuna or something.
which is
Diabolical behavior.
I was wondering if this is trying to set up the fact that he has dementia, but it's not really.
No, he's just a weirdo.
Yeah, he's literally just a freak.
Also, the whole movie, him and Amy Adams are starving, but they're constantly leaving in the middle of meals.
Yeah.
Whether they're fighting or they're
Literally.
just have somewhere to go. But like every beat of them together, like bonding, is them both being like, I'm starving. Oh, me too. I'm starving as well.
Yeah, his kind of arc with her is that he abandoned her when she was a child and sent her to live with his brother.
Which you don't.
And there's never.
You don't find out about that until later, because there's the scene with them in the beginning in the bar diner.
Yeah,
place
and they're
where
like.
It seems like they're kind of okay.
Yeah.
Like he kind of ignores her and just watches the TV, and then she's like, "I'm out of here," and he's like, what? But it seems like pretty standard old man dad stuff. And then the whole thing with him is his vision is getting cloudier. He can't see. He throws a fit and like he tears up the living room in the first scene, like kicks over his coffee table. Meanwhile, she is, as I mentioned, a lawyer, and she's about to make partner.
She's up for partner. All she has to do is close this last big case.
And that's where you meet the warden from Shawshank.
Yeah.
Works at the law firm. But yeah, they're kind of not... There's clearly something going on with them.
Yeah, and I kind of would have preferred if...
Between Amy Adams and Clint.
Yeah, if he was just a shitty dad and then he redeems himself over time. Mm-hmm. But they kind of give him like the cop out. And it's this crazy flashback where she's like still like near the end of the movie, like, why did you do this to me? And he just like confesses to her.
Well, earlier in the film, he's has his cloudy vision. There's like a ring light on Clint as he's looking at himself in the mirror, and he's like making these crazy faces, and he's like, and then like it like fades, it like pushes into his face in the mirror, and then there's like, actually, I think at the very beginning of the film, there's like a horse trotting.
Yes,
and it's like this sort of, kind of surreal shot of this horse, and you're kind of like, what? I thought this was baseball. Then, like halfway through the movie, Clint's looking in the mirror and he has this crazy flashback, and he's like holding the girl's hand, and then she like runs away, and there's horses trotting. And I thought, oh, like, I guess his daughter got ran over by a horse, but but Amy Adams is still around, so I was like, okay, something.
Maybe another daughter, maybe.
Man, maybe some other
Christopher Reeve type scenario.
But yeah, then at the end of the film, this big revelation
that is that he lost Amy Adams for a second when she was 6, and she almost got molested by someone who works at a baseball field, and then Clint beat him almost to death, and then he was like, shit, I can't handle this, and sent her off to live with her uncle. And it's kind of the cop out where she's like, I guess I can't be mad at you because I almost got molested under your watch and you like didn't know how to handle that. But it's still, it makes no sense. And I'm like,
it literally makes no sense. And
I'm
sure
like, doesn't change anything. He doesn't really apologize. He's just kind of like, yep, this is how it happened. She's like, well, I guess I love you again.
Yeah, she's like, damn, Dad, thanks, I guess.
Wow, you really have my back.
And we've talked about this before too, but something to do with that flashback scene is they grab footage from some other movie of Clint. It's not de-aged. It's like it's an actual shot of Clint. I think it's an actual shot of Clint from another movie, and they've given it a very serious vignette, and they've thrown some grain on it, and it's like maybe like Dirty Harry or something, like him like beating the shit out of somebody. I
kind of think it's just a wig and makeup and a little bit of CGI.
You think? Even then?
I think so.
Wow. I mean,
because he still looks old, but also he looks pretty good.
Well, that's what made me think it was just like...
I want to pull up the shot.
But this is our favorite thing, where you cast a legacy actor in a part like this, and in the opening montage, you see his house and you see the pictures on the wall. And because he's Clint Eastwood, you have all these photos of him. So they have these Photoshop pictures of young Clint Eastwood in these pictures on the wall, which we love to see.
Yeah, They do that really well in The Old Man and the Gun.
Yes, as we mentioned.
Let me see if I can find this shot
It seems like Clint kind of has like 6 potential Old Man and the Gun type movies.
Oh, absolutely. What? He's Unforgiven, which is like so crazy that happened in 1990.
Yeah, Unforgiven, which was years ago. Yeah, 1992, which is probably my favorite movie with him.
Yeah, it's probably the best one, or maybe The Good, Bad, and the Ugly, honestly, for me too. But
Him and Gene Hackman.
oh,
Then you throw in Morgan
Freeman, yeah.
Richard Harris. I mean,
Cooking
it's
with fire.
pretty insane.
I can't. Oh, here it is.
Yeah,
here it is.
Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. I just watched recently for the first time, and that was pretty incredible. Obviously,
I saw his shack there. It's so scary. Oh, like Clint starts walking towards the horse shack.
yeah, it's the most kind of strangely captivating moment.
Yeah, because it's just Clint doing it's Clint doing a monologue. Worth noting also, that honestly is pretty much the whole plot except for like her and JT are falling in love.
Which is a random ass subplot.
Yeah,
that's
and
just thrown in.
And they don't have any chemistry.
Because he's a total like douchebag.
Oh yeah, he's not.
And all
He must
his-
be an announcer.
All his lines are just like literally just laughable. Like, and part of it's the script, but it is mostly JT. Like, it's like you said, like Amy Adams and Clint, like they can kind of twist it and make it somewhat watchable. But I think anytime he delivers like a line that he really thinks is good, he's kind of like, oh, seriously? Like, oh wait, hold on, come on, wait, hold on, and it's like this big jumbled line that he goes through.
And I'm
It
sending.
was always funny.
I'm setting a picture. I kind of think that is just
No way,
Clint.
dude. This is from like.
I kind of think that's Clint in a wig, dude.
Look at the sideburns. This is from like 1980.
Dude, I'm telling you this. Wait, here's Clint in the same movie as an old man.
Look at the puffy,
As an old man.
the puffy sideburns. That,
Dude, but you can do that as a wig.
but look at the way they've edited the
Dude.
sides to be so dark. They just want his face.
Dude, look. That is the same face.
Yeah, it's the same fucking.
Well, yeah, I know it's the same face. But that's still old man Clint face.
I think it's young man or older young man Clint. Look at the eyebrows.
All
Thicker
right.
eyebrows.
Here's your job for this week, Producer Bash. I want you to post both these pictures. I want a poll. I want people to vote on.
Is this
old man Clint
with a wig?
in a wig, or is it actually taken from another movie? And I also want you to post a picture of him yelling at the chair at the RNC from 2008.
We'll get Robert Lorenz on the pod next week to answer for this.
It's worth noting some of the character actors in this.
Yeah,
John Goodman.
We mentioned Goodman. Great,
My
to
favorite
see.
actor. He kind of has a Speed Racer mustache.
Yeah, he does. And he's just a sweet guy. And I wrote down, John Goodman just loves Gus. He just loves Gus with all his heart.
Yeah.
He just wants him to succeed. He's looking out for him. He visits his apartment in the beginning of the film, and he kind of looks around and raises his eyebrow like, geez, like, is this guy
Something's
okay?
not right here.
After he defended him to Matthew Lillard, who's like the new
Yeah.
hotshot recruiting guy, who's like, we don't need that old man. We don't need Gus.
He's probably so stressed
He's a
too.
dinosaur.
He's probably so stressed too because he defended this guy. He goes to bat for this guy, pun intended, and he shows up and he's ordering pizza at 9 a.m. His
Oh my
chairs are
God.
all over the sofa. He's
Literally-
like, fuck,
I forgot.
what did
Glad
I
you
do?
mentioned this other insane moment where John Goodman's at the apartment. And then there's like a doorbell or like the knock on the door, and he's like, oh, breakfast. And it's like, breakfast? I literally had no idea what was going to happen. I was like, you get bagels delivered? Like, what? And he opens the door, and it's a pizza guy. And they clearly know each other. He's like, oh, hey, man. And he's like, hey, Gus, large pizza with anchovies and like all this random bullshit. And he's like,
I do.
Perfect. Thank you.
I do wonder if there was a version of this film that it was more like a dementia-based thing, because a lot of the things he does, I guess, is based on eyesight. But like he hands like a $50 bill which I guess like, you know, it could be like, oh, he like just didn't see the like, you know, he didn't see the 0. He's trying to hand him a 5. But also to me it reads like a man suffering from Alzheimer's.
I guess that's probably right. This does seem like the kind of script that was probably around 30 years ago that could just kind of get kind of molded and blended into whatever thing they wanted to do.
Slotted into any actor who's in their 80s.
Yeah.
Because Clint's not like a baseball guy.
I was trying to find... I thought in my head that there was some other Clint baseball movie from the 70s, but it doesn't exist.
I have an image of that too, so maybe that's... I don't know. I also was thinking about this and kind of the switch up. Would Clint be more interesting in The Old Man and the Gun? And then would Redford be more interesting in this?
Ooh. I mean, I think Redford would definitely be good in this. I could imagine him sitting by the field, looking at the players, hearing all the shit.
Well, because he's also the older version of Brad Pitt in Moneyball. Do you know what I mean? Like, like you know how Brad Pitt looks in that movie is just Robert Redford.
And there are some cool scenes. Like there's this there's this whole thing at the end. I kind of bought, even though it was completely fucking ridiculous. I guess the third act of this movie we should get into.
Yeah.
So
with the third pitcher, or sorry, not the third pitcher, but with the prospect and then the pitcher.
So the whole time Gentry is like, or they're like, Gentry's the pick. Like Gentry's the number 1 pick. Like you got to go with Gentry. And then Clint is like, he hears something. He's like, no. Like Gentry can't handle a curveball or something. Right? Like he has some weakness.
Which also is funny that the guy who's blind was able to see that, to hear that, and then all the other prospects, or not prospects, all the other scouts were completely oblivious to that.
Yeah, right.
Like he's like fucking Daredevil or something.
Yeah, he's a super powered guy. And then the Braves really want Gentry. And meanwhile, Gus is telling Timberlake, you don't want to go with Gentry. Like Gentry's flawed. Like Gentry will crash out in the beginning of the season. And Timberlake kind of follows his advice, so the Red Sox don't draft Gentry, which then prompts the Braves to be like, all right, what are we doing? And that's where Robert Patrick has his big moment. Yeah. Who's also in this movie. And he actually ends up siding with Lillard, and they decide to draft Gentry, seemingly ending Clint's career as the baseball scout.
It's like, yeah, he's been able to go on Social Security for 20 years.
He should be good by now. But then randomly in the beginning of the movie, there's this guy giving out peanuts at the baseball game.
Yeah.
It is fucking
It's really
stupid.
not set up well. I completely forgot about that character.
And the Gentry's like, hey, peanut boy, let me get a bag of peanuts, bro. And this guy chucks the bag of peanuts to Gentry. And it's clearly like a very powerful pitch. And you know exactly where this movie's going, pretty much from the beginning. You're like, okay, this guy's going to be some sort of prospect. But then nothing happens for 45 minutes. Also, Gentry's like needlessly a dick to this kid.
Yeah, there's maybe like nothing like better in film than like a bully who's like a big athlete.
Yeah. Yeah. And he's
like, he's almost at a Polar Express, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, he like catches the bag of peanuts and Peanut Boy's like, oh, that'll be $2. And Gentry's like, you want me to pay for this? Put it on my tab.
My dad's gonna pay for it by beating the shit out of your dad.
Yeah, also his dad's like a total dick too. Gentry's dad. He's like, that's
Autograph,
my boy. That's my boy.
Autographs $25 a pop.
Yeah, and Clint's like, huh?
I'm like, what do you do? Like a
changed.
West Side Story, man?
Yeah. So then at the end of the film, the Braves draft Gentry, and Clint's like, no. Meanwhile, Amy Adams loses the partnership because she's mended this relationship with her father. The firm got nervous and moved ahead without her. But she doesn't really care because she realized her passion is baseball. and she's leaving
Sure.
behind her career to pursue this with her father.
It's also not even really like, it's not even really a good baseball movie.
No, it's not.
It doesn't really make you fall in love with this sport. We don't really understand like, like why she loves it so much. Just besides the fact that her dad loves it and has a relationship, it's never really gone into like her own take and experience with the game.
With a movie that is pretty conventional, I would have loved a conventional cliche flashback with the two of them. And seeing her be like, wow, this whole world of baseball is actually pretty great.
I also think it's kind of a cop-out choice for Justin Timberlake to be a scout already, but wants to be a broadcaster. Like, to me, that's less of an interesting kind of character beat and more of like, oh, I think he should have been a scout, because then it kind of mirrors the relationship she has with him and her father, and like that line of work and how that takes you away from everybody.
Yeah.
And he's someone that is able to balance that work life kind of thing. I don't know. I feel like there's a better way to handle his profession and his dreams as well.
Yeah, why didn't they should have just called us up before they made it.
Hey,
guys,
boys, I need you to do a rewrite.
trouble with the script here. We need your help.
We need to get the Shelfwarmers boys to be script doctors. Get them and Carrie Fisher.
They do funny voices.
Those boys make me laugh.
Clint.
They can
Thanks,
punch up
man.
some of Lillard's jokes.
We could use a laugh in these times.
The second Obama administration.
Clint, it's actually 2026. So then Amy Adams is basically in her career's in shambles, and she's in the hotel room. And what does she hear? A ball hitting a glove, and she uses her ears just like her old man. She runs outside, and who does she find?
But Peanut Boy.
Peanut Boy throwing incredible pitches. And she's like, you're pretty good, Peanut Boy. Like, you want to show me some real stuff? So then she becomes
You're going to the major
catcher.
leagues.
Yeah, it's the most bizarre thing. So then cut to the next scene. She's like, oh my God, this is great. Then she's on the phone with John Goodman, and John Goodman's like, we just drafted Gentry. Like, there's not much we can do. Also, there's no papers on this guy. There's nothing about this guy. What are you even talking about?
Yeah, he's never played professional ball.
And she's like, trust me. Trust me. You gotta trust me. And he's like, okay, all right. So then it's like, I guess, early training. I don't know what you want to call it. That first practice, I guess. And
Yeah, it's kind of like...
they're in the office.
It's like a press day, kind of.
Yeah, and they're like, we're gonna go downstairs and check out the prospects. And then it's like Mickey. Mickey is also her name, of course, after Mickey Mantle. And
Oh, I thought it was Mickey Mouse.
I'm named after my favorite cartoon, Steamboat Willie.
He is old enough that he would like see that.
I
when he was, like,
remember
10.
when Steamboat Willie came out in my junior year of college.
I say let's draft him to the Braves.
And they're like, Mickey has a new prospect. Mickey has a new prospect. And everyone's like, huh? Mickey? What?
Is Mickey's new prospect?
It's Donald Duck.
Gosh. Oh, yoke, Matt Lillard. I'm gonna throw him a curveball.
So then Lillard's like, okay, well, he's basically like, if I don't make the right call on this Gentry pick, like, you can fire me. And they're
And
like,
guess
okay.
what? His smug ass gets fired, and
His
a TV
smug
drops
ass
on his
gets
head.
fired. TV drops on his
He's scream style death. Goodman's like, we don't like you very much. Just drops the TV on his head.
Yeah. But there's this kind of fun, I guess you could call it a fun moment, where Peanut Boy pitches to Gentry, and Gentry strikes out like 6 times.
Yeah.
And it's kind of enjoyable.
Patrick's like,
See Lillard
he
get
knows
fired.
it's coming, can't even hit it.
Yeah. And Clint Eastwood and Amy Adams become friends again.
She becomes a sports agent, which is kind of...
Yeah. She becomes an
Sure.
agent 'cause she has
Why
her
not?
law practice. And also
Yeah,
there was
that's
some
kinda-
rift with Timberlake. So then when
Also, the end beat with Eastwood and Amy Adams is like, I'm starving. Let's go get some food.
Let's finish a meal together.
They walk out of the ballpark.
It's the Last Supper.
And
He dies at the table.
Timberlake is there with the car. And they just start making out outside the car. And then Gus is like, looks like I'm taking the bus. And he just walks down the streets of Atlanta. And that's the end of the movie.
Yeah, and she fixed it with Timberlake. I don't even really understand what their
The beef
rough was. Yeah,
I guess because
the riff
he thought that they were tricking him into not advising the Red Sox. He's the Red Sox scout.
Yeah.
Advising them not to draft Gentry.
Yeah, this was the part where I checked out a little bit.
We were probably texting when you were watching this part.
Yeah, I think this is the part where I texted you, I'm so bored.
But then he's also chiefing cigars this whole movie.
Yeah, probably in an Arnold style way where they were like, he was like, I'm smoking on set and you can't do anything about it.
But he's just like, he's by the field smoking. And I was like, I guess that's a whole lifestyle that we will never have any attachment to or understanding of.
Imagine how good it feels to be like out on a baseball field on a summer day, just like 90 years old, smoking a cigar.
Yeah.
And you're still going to be alive for 15 more years somehow. You got 15 more years ahead of you and you're in your mid 80s.
It's actually insane. As he
Good
gets
for
old.
him.
Did you see Juror number 2?
No, but
It's pretty good.
Jill, my girlfriend,
pretty
liked
good.
it. And yeah, she liked it.
Nicholas Hoult.
I should watch it.
Check it out.
Tony Collette.
There's also a funny scene where Clint Eastwood is trying to back out of a garage and he just smacks the shit out of his car. And he just grumbles. He's like, bunch of goddamn midgets designed this garage.
It's like, you've probably been in this house for like 30 years. Like, now you take umbrage with it.
He's like, that garage is shrinking on me. There is also a random scene where he goes to visit his dead wife and her grave says, may the Lord grant you extra innings, which is just so baseball.
Yeah, he's probably pissed about it. Or she's probably pissed. God damn it, he gave me a baseball tombstone.
Yeah.
couldn't even be
But he does like
nice romantic.
It literally looks like a parody of just like this old man at his wife's grave crying.
You have any fun facts or do you want to go into Slate?
The only fact I had was that there was some sort of plagiarism lawsuit surrounding the script of this movie. But it was...
Hey, I'm just saying if I wrote this movie, I wouldn't fight it.
Well, that's why it was so bizarre reading about it. It was like 3 paragraphs about this guy who was like, I wrote that script in 1998 and Warner Brothers screwed me over. I was just like, really? Like this movie? Like, let it go.
Oh, yeah.
And
who cares, man?
Eventually Warner Brothers was like, fuck you. And he was like, no, like he appealed and he was like, I want $5 million for damages. And then it just said in 2016, like the defendant dropped everything and let it all go.
Yeah, I bet. We got a slate for me? You got a little Sammy slate?
Baseball slate. You know I got a baseball slate. What kind of fun are the movies like that?
Beautiful.
First up, Gran Torino, which I mentioned. But I feel like if there's one old man Clint movie to watch, Gran Torino's a good one.
He's a gamer, but he can really drive a car.
Exactly. It's actually, I'd be curious to check it out.
Are you talking about Gran Turismo?
Gran Turismo, the Clint Eastwood film.
Neil
Orlando
Blomkamp
Bloom.
and Chappie.
Chappie. But yeah, Gran Torino's good. He's still young.
It was kind of a meme, right? It was kind of a meme for a while.
Yeah. But I'm ready. I'm ready to reclaim Clint. I'm ready.
I feel like he's
Just say when.
I feel like he's not reclaimed though. He's always been very celebrated.
But I feel like the last 25 years, people are like, all right, Clint, you're done.
This is also a note for Brewster Bash and just for the whole podcast in general.
Yeah.
I would love if you could also put some pictures. If you can't find these, I'll help you find these. But there was like several Clint like Twitter accounts.
What?
And like one was like run by his friend and one was like an ex-assistant. And there was all this debate
but the different accounts would put different like watermarks on the images of like Clint at breakfast or whatever. Like I don't know, like whoever was his current assistant or my old assistant would like would put pictures up of him just like hanging out at home or at a baseball game, and they put like a watermark to like official like Clint Eastwood, and then it became like official Clint Eastwood or official like like real Clint Eastwood, and there'd be like 5 watermarks on these pictures of like Clint eating like eggs at a diner.
Wow.
And Tim Heidecker thought it was funny, so Tim Heidecker used to like to post like pictures of him, whatever, doing random shit, and have like 5 watermarks. It's like official, like a real Tim Heidecker.
That's funny. I mean, he's been around a long time, so he's touched all of it. Second pick here, I got Moneyball, which is just a superior, super great Sorkin script. Brad Pitt, great movie.
How can you not be romantic about baseball?
How can you not be romantic?
This movie makes you wonder.
Yeah, this movie's like, I understand actually.
God, baseball's fucking boring.
I think
my review on Letterboxd was something along the lines I was something along the lines of, my face went having a Charlie Kirk style debate with a baseball hater, and someone brings this movie up.
And then finally, 2014's Draft Day.
Oh, I would love to cover that.
Football equivalent to this film, I'm sure. Which I haven't
Movie
seen.
podcast zone, Griffin Newman.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, Draft Day. Costner holding a football on the poster. That's all I know.
Ivan Reitman.
Directed?
His last movie.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Weird,
Okay.
right? Yeah.
That makes me want to watch it 10 times more. So
Thank you for the slate, Sammy. It's a good one.
Sammy Slade.
So, Sam, keep it simple today.
Yeah. Let's
Your
keep
daughter, she's in the horse shed.
No. Okay.
Are you beating the fuck out of the guy?
Okay.
Going home with your kid and watching Draft Day, or not Draft Day, Trouble with the Curve? Or are you beating the fuck out of the guy and going back to watching baseball and leaving it up on the shelf, never to be seen?
This is a tough one because I was really, I don't know. It's just such a shelf warmer.
Absolutely.
It's hard to deny. But
it makes it a Jack and Jill. I don't know if you have that feeling too, but for some reason the poster in my brain is next to Jack and Jill.
I'm sure it was at the
like this era
at the same time.
Yeah.
I'm definitely beating the shit out of that guy who's getting handsy with the 6-year-old. That's a given. I'm busting that guy's face up.
Fuck pedophiles, release the Epstein list.
Shelf Warmers does not deny the Holocaust, and we hate pedos.
It's true.
These are just the facts.
This is the facts.
These are just the facts of the pod. But yeah, I guess part of this podcast is us watching these movies so you don't have to, kind of thing.
Yeah, I would say that's part of the premise.
I'm glad I personally watched it, but I would not encourage anyone to watch this movie. So I guess I'm beating the shit out of that guy and I'm leaving it on the shelf. What about you?
Yeah, I'm in a similar field. We didn't really touch on Amy Adams too much, but Amy Adams is too good for this movie. Maybe, actually, let me rephrase that. 2012 Amy Adams is too good for this movie. Maybe not 2026 Amy Adams.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone here is pretty uninspired, pretty flat. I would agree with you. I am happy I checked it out because I remember so vividly, this. I remember so vividly the scenes of JT in his convertible. So I always had that in my brain. So I'm happy I revisited it. And I love a baseball movie. I love baseball. So I was hoping for more. So I'm glad I watched it. I'm glad I took it off the shelf. Not worth it for you guys. So I land the same way.
Also really funny how obvious Justin Timberlake is photoshopped into the poster.
Yeah, he was like, I'm not standing near any boy band member.
Somebody sink, fella.
I only stand next to Zayn.
I love One Direction.
Or Louis. One of the Big Time Rush guys, maybe.
I love Big Time Rush.
Gives me a big time rush downstairs when I'm
Go
trying
ahead
to
and make my
pee.
day. Go ahead and make my day, Harry. Dirty Harry.
Yeah, this
Dirty
is,
Harry. Dirty Harry Ween. Dirty Harry Peen.
That's Clint scrolling on his phone trying to pee. Make my day, Harry.
Harry Peen.
But yeah, trouble with the curve, y'all.
Trouble with the Rotten Tomatoes, the grading curve. Oh, roasted Clint.
Get it, Twink, Clint.
Twink Eastwood.
Twink Eastwood, where are you?
where
feel like,
are you, Christmas?
This has been our episode, Trouble with the Curve. As usual, follow, like, subscribe, rate, review. Give us movie suggestions at shelfwarmers.podcast on Instagram, YouTube. No video this week. Sorry about that, y'all, but actually,
We'll be back
we
with
might have a little
video
hiatus.
in August.
No, soon. We'll figure it out, guys. It's just hard. I've been on a job again, start a new job, but we'll be back with video. We know you love it. Maybe we'll do Zoom video again, depending if you guys want that. But yeah, thank you as always for listening. Take us out, Sammy.
Kubo and the sleigh. Next week we got Kubo and the sleigh. What kind of fun are the movies like that?
Thank you for listening to Shelf Warmers. If you have suggestions for films to take off the shelf, make sure to follow us at shelfwarmers.podcast or email us at shelfwarmerspod@gmail.com. New episodes out every Friday.